Chapter 22. Still too many suspects. The police were leaving just as Kat came home from the library. She looked at them in bewilderment as the last of the officers got in their car and drove away. "Mom, what's going on?" questioned Kat, her curious eyes coming to rest on me. "Someone broke into Carl's apartment," I explained. "The police were here to investigate." "Wow," breathed Kat, looking at the crime scene tape over the open doorway upstairs. "That's scary. What if they come back? Does anyone know why the person broke in?" "They aren't coming back," I assured her, even though I had no idea. "I don't know why anyone would break into Carl's apartment. I'm going to have to call a locksmith or a door guy who can rehang the door." I frowned. Who would I call to fix the door situation, and how much was it going to cost? I sighed. This was an unexpected expense, and I didn't know when I could rent the apartment out again. I rubbed my eyes for a moment. "I'll make supper while you call the repair guy," offered Kat. "Grilled cheese and soup, okay?" "Sounds perfect," I agreed. 20 minutes after Googling, I managed to get a local fix-it guy to promise to come out tonight to look at the door and bring a sheet of plywood to nail to the frame so nobody could enter the apartment until a new lock, or perhaps if needed, a new door entirely, will be bought. Coming back into the kitchen, I grabbed some dishes out of the cupboard to start setting the table. "Mom," Kat frowns at me, "why are the backup drives still on the kitchen table? I thought you said you were giving them to the police with the laptop this morning." "Right," I nod, setting the plates on the table besides the backup storage devices. "I meant to do that, but I was late this morning and had to get to work. I just forgot about it." "But the police were here. You could have given them the laptop and drives then," says Kat, giving me a curious look as she stirs the tomato soup she is heating up. "It slipped my mind," I lied. "I'll bring the laptop and data storage to the police station tomorrow." I don't like lying. However, after my previous lecture to her, I am not about to tell Kat I have chosen to do some investigating of my own. It might seem a little hypocritical. What Kat doesn't know won't hurt her. At least, I hope not. We have a simple meal of grilled cheese sandwiches and soup. I ask about Kat's day and offer to do the cleaning up since she made the meal. Kat goes to her room with Boo to do homework. My hands are in a sink of suds when there's a knock at the door. Grabbing a towel, I wipe my hands as I open the door.
"Hi, my name is Jim. You called about a door needing to be looked at?"
A middle-aged, friendly-looking guy says. He has a tool belt and a pencil behind his ear. "Yes," I nod. "It's upstairs." We head outside and up the stairs to show Jim the damage to Carl's door.
"Someone sure did a number on this one,"
whistles Jim as he inspects the door and frame while tearing down the crime scene tape.
"Gonna need a new piece of wood here so I can secure the locking plate. I think I can salvage the door, and that will save you some money."
"Thank you." I breathed a sigh of relief. "I really appreciate that."
"Yep, a new lock, piece of wood, a little paint. It'll be good as new. I will go get a sheet of plywood, cover the door for the night, and be by tomorrow to do the repair work," confidently said Jim. I watched Jim go down the stairs to get his supplies. I entered the apartment to have a look to see if any further damage was done, since I hadn't been able to go in while the police were here earlier. Someone has rummaged through the drawers and cupboards, knocking over items without caring. It made the place a bit of a mess. Looking around, I don't see anything that is obviously missing. There weren't any valuables here anyways, and I suspect the intruder was looking for Carl's laptop. The carpet is a mess. The person had come in with mud on their boots and tracked it all over the place. It was the only set of footprints, so I was fairly confident they belonged to the intruder and not any of the police officers. Besides, hadn't Pesky said something about the muddy footprints? Looking at them, I noticed they were quite large. I put my sneakered foot beside a print and concluded that unless it were an unusually large-footed woman, a man had broken down the door and tracked mud through the apartment. A shiver ran down my spine. As far as I was aware, I only had women for suspects, unless Dr. Lehman was the one who had broken in here.
Yet Dr. Lehman was short, even shorter than I was, and I truly didn't think he had large feet. Could he have worn a larger shoe and tracked the mud in on purpose, hoping to lead the police away from himself by laying a false clue? I really had no idea, and my head was starting to hurt. Going back to the kitchen, I picked up a couple cans of cat food before shutting off the lights and stepping outside so Jim could screw the plywood onto the door frame. I thanked Jim again for his time and promised to meet him tomorrow so I could pay him for his services after he repaired the door to the apartment. He gave me a quick estimate so I would know what to expect for the cost, and I'm pleasantly surprised it's lower than I expected. Giving Jim a wave, I head back downstairs to finish the dishes and decide that tonight, after Kat has gone to bed, I am going to scour that laptop to find out just who killed Carl. Thank you for listening. Did you know that my books are also on Audible? If you have a subscription, you can purchase them for credits. Then you can listen to the entire book rather than waiting for each chapter to drop each week. Happy listening!